This is part 2 as we continue our adventure on the $1 Million Highway to Ouray, the Switzerland of America, Devil's Thumb and Delta, and on to Sky Mountain. Well, we're heading from Silverton to Ouray, and Red Mountain Pass will be the first thing we go over. Colors are spectacular. As soon as we left Silverton, the incredible scenery began. As far as distance goes, from Silverton to Ouray, it is only 24 miles. It took us all day because we made many stops along the way. It is one of the most dramatic and scenic road trips in the United States. The elevation rises to over 11,000 feet at Red Mountain Pass. The road is famous because of the narrow, winding road carved into cliffs with no guardrails in many sections. It clings to the edge of deep canyons and offers panoramic mountain views. It was built in the 1880s by Otto Mears to connect mining towns. Much of the route follows the original wagon path. In the 1920s, it underwent construction again, paving the way for its current form. It was rumored that it cost $1 million a mile, hence the name, or that the fill dirt has $1 million of ore in it. The name $1 Million Highway likely refers to the dramatic scenery and treacherous conditions, not the actual construction cost, which was significantly less. Originally built in the 1880s as a narrow wagon road, it cost roughly $10,000 per mile. As we drove up to Red Mountain Pass over 11,000 feet above sea level, the $1 million price made sense. The road was cut into a cliff running above a deep gorge. Narrow and winding, it barely allowed two cars to pass each other. Sheer rock walls loomed on one side, while the unguarded side plunged to the narrow canyon below. Red Mountain Pass, named for the reddish hue of iron ore covering it, was one of the best spots on the highway. Once you cross Red Mountain Pass, you'll enter Red Mountain Mining District that includes Yankee Girl. Continuing northward, we pass by Yankee Girl Mine, a historic silver mine dating back to the late 19th century. It was the first and most productive silver mine in the Red Mountain Mining District for many years. We looked at it from Highway 550. All that remains is a weathered old building containing the head frame, a hoist over the main shaft used to raise and lower mine equipment. Irontown, also called Copper Glen, was founded in 1883 to 84 as a supply and staging town for the Red Mountain Mining District. It had over 100 buildings built in its early years, including hotels, saloons, stores, 2 churches, a school, a smelter, mines, and homes. Over time, mining declined, railroads ceased, and the population dwindled. Its population had peaked around 1890 with roughly 325 inhabitants. The last full-time resident lived there until the 1960s. Some of the foundations and structural ruins still exist. We enjoyed exploring the old Irontown Township site. The creek in Ironton, Colorado, appears yellow primarily because of acid mine drainage, a form of pollution caused by historic mining activity in the area. Skip said it looked like the leaves were melting and flowing down the river. They weren't kidding, curves. From Ironton, we saw the Eldorado Mine's ruins along the highway. The Eldorado Mine was a major consolidated mining operation in the area. It was formed by combining many individual mines and linking them via tunnels, including the Old Treasury Tunnel, to better exploit ore, provide drainage, and allow deeper access. The tunnels of the Eldorado reportedly extended about 5 miles westward under mountains to Pandora Mill near Telluride. Near Ouray, the road narrows significantly and hugs the cliff. The area is known for avalanche chutes and vertical rock faces. In fact, the area is one of the most intense and breathtaking parts of the drive. The deep gorge is known as the Uncompahgre Gorge. Bear Creek Falls is a must stop. The waterfall drops directly under Highway 550, plunges over 200 feet into the gorge. A steel platform offers a perfect view. The final stretch into Ouray presents an unnerving road with sheer drop-offs. The canyon opens and breathtaking views of Ouray can be seen. Ouray is known as the Switzerland of America. Ouray is nestled in a box canyon with natural hot springs, waterfalls, and interesting architecture. We stayed at Twin Peaks Lodge in Hot Springs, Ouray's only full-service hotel with on-site natural hot springs. The hot springs have water emerging from the ground at 156 degrees Fahrenheit and are then let into pools with temperatures 101 to 106 degrees. The hotel also has a spa and restaurant called the Mine Shaft. In town, there's a large public hot springs facility with 5 geothermal pools with temperatures from 100 to 106 degrees. We didn't use it because our hotel had hot pools. We enjoyed a rustic, historic restaurant called the Outlaw in town. We learned about it from Dale Elliott, the piano player we enjoyed at Lacey Rose Saloon in Silverton. We ate at the Outlaw 3 times. Box Canyon Falls is a must-see 285-foot waterfall cascading into a narrow quartzite canyon. The walls tower nearly 100 feet overhead. The water falls about 85 feet in a cascade into a deep plunge pool. Then Canyon Creek continues through the slot-like gorge. The falls are easily accessible from a 500-foot walk. The trail continued up to the High Bridge Trail. We made it up to an overlook where we could see the town and Cascade Falls. We also hiked to Lower Cascade Falls, a 330-foot drop at the end of Cascade Creek. The hike has a modest elevation change, but is steep and uneven. The falls are most dramatic in spring. After exploring Ouray, we drove to Delta, enjoying sweeping views of the river gorge, mountains, and farmlands. We checked into Riverwood Resort on the scenic Gunnison River in Delta. After checking into our hotel, we played challenging golf at Devil's Thumb Course. The course is a prairie links layout and has views of surrounding mountains including Grand Mesa, San Juan, and West Elk. It has more than 60 bunkers and has a few lakes, interesting terrain consisting of adobe hills and stone rock that gives visual drama. The open course required strategic shot decisions and tactical planning for tee shots. The greens were tricky too. We saw numerous antelope on the course. The next morning, we drove from Delta, Colorado to Hurricane, Utah. Driving from Delta through the San Rafael Swell was an unforgettable journey through some of the most rugged, remote, and visually striking landscapes in the American West. As you travel westward, the terrain shifts dramatically from high desert mesas and river-cut canyons to red rock cliffs and sprawling sandstone formations. Early travelers, cowboys, or settlers thought it resembled a ruined or abandoned city. With no people, no sound, and only the wind whistling through the canyons, it earned the poetic nickname, the Silent City. We awoke to a beautiful sunrise in Hurricane, Utah, our third state golfing destination in 9 days. Before heading to Sky Mountain Golf Course, we had lunch at Main Street Cafe, a charming family-owned restaurant by the Tanaka family. Enrique Tanaka, one of the co-owners, is also the chef. The Tanaka family had previously owned restaurants in Las Vegas, Nevada, before opening Main Street Cafe in 2003. We both ordered delicious soup and a Southwest mango salad. After lunch, we headed to Sky Mountain Golf Course, a stunning public 18-hole course owned and operated by the city of Hurricane, Utah. Surrounded by Zion National Park and Pine Mountain Range, it offers a unique golfing experience among the breathtaking landscapes. Pristine fairways, challenging greens, and unforgettable scenery await golfers of all skill levels. However, play can be slow due to the large number of golfers wanting to play there.
Very nice.
Old mining photographs, especially from the 1800s to early 1900s, often show barren treeless landscapes. This wasn't just a coincidence. There are several key reasons for the lack of trees in these images. Mining required huge amounts of timber for shoring up mine shafts, building infrastructure such as mine buildings, railways, and housing, fuel for steam engines, smelting operations, and heating, construction of ore carts, scaffolding, and trestles. Entire forests were often stripped within a few miles of major mining sites.